Welcome into historic Rupp Arena in downtown Lexington. I'm Christy Thomas, and today we are thrilled to be bringing you the announcements of the KABC Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation Regional Players of the Year, who are then candidates for Mr. and Miss Basketball. They are all going to have an opportunity, once they have been announced as candidates, to be a part of an awesome awards banquet that will take place at the Griffin Gate Marriott on March 19th, which is following the Boys Sweet 16. Of course, this court will be where some of those candidates will be playing in the Boys and Girls Sweet 16 in just a few short weeks. So we are thrilled to be here. It's an exciting day for these student athletes, and it's also an exciting time for the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation, who is welcoming a new title sponsor to the event, and that is the Madden Foundation. And joining us with the Madden Foundation is Sean Washington. Thank you so much, first of all, for being a title sponsor, but also for being here to tell us a little bit about what the Madden Foundation is and what their mission is.
Well, the Madden Foundation wants to support kids in sports, on and off the court. Mr. Johnny Madden got started. He ran away from home at the age 15 to support his family. He would go around to different fairs to box and run track to earn money to support his family. Also, he was a great horseman, so he was very competitive in his sports. His Pat Madden also, he played for the Hill School. He played basketball, ran track. He went to Cambridge University, and he was the captain of his basketball team. His mom, Miss Anita Madden, she supported the wrestling team at Kentucky, the basketball team, the football team. His dad was huge in the horse business, very competitive, bred the 1987 Kentucky Derby winning Alice Sheba. His son, Mike Madden, played football for Sarah, went on to SMU. His daughter competed with horses at TCU. So they're very competitive, and they want to do a lot for the athlete on and off the court.
So this is a family that certainly knows a thing or two about athletics and about being involved in exactly what these young people are involved in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
love it.
So that really kind of makes this partnership seem really ideal. So how did this come to be that you guys partnered with the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation to sponsor this event?
Well, Pat Madden just sat down and thought about it and got together with some folks and said, we really, really need to do this. So he got with some friends and family, and the Madden said, we are in all the way.
Yeah, well, this is a really great thing. We love it. We know if you've been around here and you're Kentucky and you know the Madden family, you've certainly heard the name. And so this seems like a really ideal partnership, especially considering that the motto for the Madden Foundation is 5 generations of Kentuckians serving Kentucky. And the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation motto is we serve. So really, this is a very service-minded partnership, it sounds like.
Very much so. You know, I've been with the Madden 50 years. So, Pat Madden and I grew up together, but this is a great partnership. I think it'll last a long time. Great partnership.
Well, we love it. We're thrilled that the Madden Foundation is the new title sponsor for Mr. and Miss Basketball in the state of Kentucky. It seems like the perfect partnership. So thank you so much, Mr. Washington, for being here. And thank you. Please send the Madden family our sincere thanks for being a part of this.
Thank you very much.
We also have a number of other sponsors that we want to thank who are instrumental in making this event possible. We want to say thank you to Community Trust Bank, the Louisville Downtown Lions Club, Morgan Stanley, Larry Pusateri, UK Healthcare Advanced Eye Care, the Kentucky Circuit Clerks Trust for Life, Paul Miller Ford, Wyatt, Tarrant and Combs, the Lexington Lions Club, Republic Bank, Prep Spin, Dr. Mark and Cindy Lynn, Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame, Adventures Promotions, Audio Visual Techniques, the Kentucky Association of Basketball Coaches, the Kentucky High School Athletic Association, and Jostens. Joining me now is Jennifer Sperling with the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation, and as we just saw, there are a ton of great sponsors that help make this event possible. The Madden Foundation becoming the new title sponsor for you guys. What a great partnership.
That's right. They are working with Kentuckians all across the state and supporting student athletes, and that's something that we believe in as well. So it couldn't be a better partnership. We're excited to work with them for years to come.
Yeah.
And special thanks to all of our other sponsors who have been with us for a while. who are just helping this event go on and provide this experience to the student athletes.
So Jennifer, this event isn't something that you just start working on in basketball season or in the month of March. This is something that you really pour your heart and soul into for 365 days out of the year to make this a great event for these athletes. And I can speak to it as I've been there as your MC for the last couple of years. It is a great event. So tell us about that, happening March 19th at the Marriott Griffin Gate.
Right. So we're so excited to be back again in person this year. We had our little break for COVID for a couple of years. And
you all did a great job with that, by the way, though. Yeah, that was good.
Appreciate you all coming on board and helping with that. And this is a team effort event. We have several people working behind the scenes to make it happen. But we're excited. March 19th, over 600 people in one room at the Marriott Griffin Gate to celebrate all of the accomplishments of these student athletes, as well as support the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation. One of the things that we have to do that is our online auction. So that will start March 13th and go through the 19th. So people can go online, bid for items. We've got a lot of great items coming in. So look forward to that as well.
You don't have to be present in order to participate in the auction, which is great, but we do want you to be present. We want you to come and help celebrate with these athletes. How would they go about doing that if they want to come?
Perfect. The website is mrandmisskybasketball.com.
And Mr. is MR.
That's right.
Yep.
/tickets. That gets you directly to the ticket page. We do have tickets available. We do expect to sell out. So not naming yet, but you will be announcing 38 names here in a few moments. So that's 38 schools that are being invited. So we do expect to sell out. So if you do want to attend, please get your tickets early.
Yeah, don't wait. This is a great event. And I will say it was packed. And I think, too, part of that was us being back and being in person was so great. And then I think it reminds people about what a great event it is and how you really want to be in that room to celebrate those athletes. It was such a great time. So we're looking forward to it as well. And really such important work that the Lions Eye Foundation is doing. So the fact that you guys do such a great job with this, and then that in turn helps other people. When you think about 20,000 people that will sit in here, that those people are benefiting from what you all do, I think is incredibly noble. So we appreciate you and the work that you do. And congratulations. And we look forward to another great event. So, and I'm happy to be, but thank you for asking me to be a part of it. I'm thrilled to be a part of it. So a lot coming up. But if you want more information on tickets, you'll see there on your screen how you can go about getting tickets to come with us and celebrate on March 19th. Well, as I mentioned earlier, this is a partnership between the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation and the Kentucky Association of Basketball Coaches. It's a great partnership that's been going on for a while now. And joining me is the executive director of the KABC, Scott Chalk. Scott, you know a thing or two about sitting in that seat. Tell the folks what you might know about being in that exact seat, as a matter of fact.
This was a seat I was in for 2016 state championship when we won the Sweet 16 at Dunbar. And so it's a good memory. It's nice to be back here every once in a while, sitting here and kind of think back to things. So
sure, yeah, and great that the Sweet 16 is still in this building.
Absolutely,
and
yeah, absolutely.
Where else would you want to have it, right?
That's
this
exactly
is great.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
So some great memories for you, and some great memories that are about to happen for some of these athletes as we announce their candidacy. Really, such a fun, special time for them. Tell us a little bit about that nomination process, how all that works, and how it comes to be.
We do Player of the Year every year for boys and girls in every region, and the regional coaches who join the KABC, which this year we had, we only had a few schools that didn't join throughout the state, so we had a great year. We had over 800
nice.
members, member situations and that kind of thing. So we had a really good turnout on voting, and the coaches in the regions vote for, not voting for their own player, but they vote for the best players in each region, boys and girls, and there ends up being some ties and that kind of thing. And we kind of put that together with the nominations that we get for Mr. and Miss Basketball. So Jennifer and I work on that, and we kind of put together and we come up with the Regional Player of the Year, which is then a candidate for Mr. and Miss Basketball from each region.
So just to be clear, this is something also that's only for seniors. I know a lot of folks will say, well, hey, what about so-and-so and what happened there? But this is just for seniors.
Right, seniors each year.
Yes. and that I think is ideal, because I feel like that even makes this more special when this is your final year, and this is
right.
The last hurrah for these athletes as well too. But this is a great partnership. Can you speak to the Lions Eye Foundation and kind of your all's really being able to put this is one, the highest honor that a basketball player could receive in this state.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a great thing. The Lions have been involved forever doing this, and it's been a terrific thing. Just the idea of being Mr. Basketball or Miss Basketball is the greatest honor you can receive as a high school player, obviously. And so it's something that everybody strives for and everybody can identify with. And so that's why I think it's the longevity of it, even though the game at times goes up and down on attendance, which we plug for us. We really want people to come to the game.
That's right.
But even though that happens, Mr. and Miss Basketball is still going to be special. It's going to be special for because every kid who grows up in Kentucky, thinks, well, I'm going to be Mr. Basketball, so I'm going to be Miss Basketball someday. So, I mean, it's a great thing, and the Lions Club has been terrific in just keeping it going and supporting it for all these years, and obviously it's a great cause that they have too. So, I mean, it works out really well, and I think it's special.
I agree with you. I can actually attest to that as someone who grew up in the 5th region playing at Taylor County.
Right.
When you're in the back and you're shooting or you're playing some pickup games, that is something that, you wish you think about, that all-star game, being a part of that. It's all something that you want to represent your state, no doubt. Now, we're getting ready to announce some of the candidates, but what can you tell us without revealing anything about this pool? I mean, obviously, there's always talent in the state of Kentucky.
Speaking as the director of the All-Star game, June 9th and 10th, June 9th in Owensboro. This group, if everybody is able to play, that's the top players in this class, this will be one of the best chances we have to sweep Indiana we've had in forever.
Nice.
I mean, we have so much talent in this class. It's amazing. I mean, there's 5 or 6 guys that really are good enough that on any given year they could have been Mr. Basketball.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's really it's a great class, and I feel like we got a really special group. So hopefully we can get them all together, and they'll all be able to play.
Yeah.
So
everybody stays healthy. That's right.
And then colleges cooperate. A lot of that's becoming an issue for us now with the June game. So, but yeah, it's a special group. I mean, special group.
And what can you speak to about the girls?
The same way, the girls, our girls, and I've said this to people for a while now, we're one of the strongest states in girls basketball around, and people don't even realize it a lot of times. Our talent level in girls basketball is way ahead of our boys' talent as far as Division I. We're producing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Division I players in girls basketball every year.
Yeah.
So our girls basketball has really come along. It's a terrific state for girls basketball. We have done super against Indiana the last few years, and every year we've had a chance. We've been right there with a chance to sweep, and we've at least split for the past 4 or 5. I mean, it's been great. I mean, our girls' talent is terrific, and our girls' coaches are doing a great job with these young girls and bringing them along.
Well, we're all slightly competitive, just a little bit around here when it comes to our basketball. So that's good news. Everything you're telling me is good news and points to good news in June when that All-Star game rolls around.
Absolutely.
So, well, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for talking with us a little bit, and best of luck to you as we move forward. But really appreciate your partnership with Mr. and Miss Basketball.
Thank you. We're glad to do it.
So here we go with our candidates for Mr. and Miss Basketball in the state of Kentucky. We're going to start with the girls, our 2023 Miss Basketball candidates and our KABC Regional Players of the Year. Starting with Region 1. Candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Destiny Thomas from McCracken County, a versatile player playing the forward, shooting guard, and wing spots. She's been averaging 19 points and 6 rebounds per game for the Lady Mustangs this season. Candidate and KABC Player of the Year in Region 2 is Taylor Guess, a guard for Crittenden County who leads the Lady Rockets in shooting and rebounding, averaging 23 points and 9 boards per game. Candidate and KABC Player of the Year for Region 3 is Adlin Ayer, a guard at Davis County who is averaging 20 points for the Lady Panthers. Region 4 candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Meadow Tisdale, wearing the #1 jersey for the Bowling Green Purples. As a small forward, she's been averaging 13 points per game and pulling down 8 rebounds. Candidate and KABC Player of the Year from Region 5 is Emma Filiatru from Bethlehem. Emma is averaging 18 points per game and an impressive 10 rebounds for the Banshees this season. Region 6 candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Haley Dillman from Bullitt Central. Haley leads the Lady Cougars in scoring, rebounding, and from the free throw line, averaging 15 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 80% from the charity stripe. Candidate and KABC Player of the Year out of Region 7, Jakayla Thompson, a guard forward out of DuPont Manual. Wearing the #3 jersey for the Lady Crimsons, Jakayla averages 15 points per game and 6 rebounds. Region 8 candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Grace Brewer for Walton Verona. She has been averaging 19 points per game and nearly 12 boards. Candidate and KABC Player of the Year from Region 9 is Whitney Lind from Cooper. Wearing the #12 jersey for the Lady Jaguars, she's averaging 18 points per game and shooting nearly 75% from the charity stripe. Region 10 candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Brianna Byers, who plays the wing spot at George Rogers Clark. Brianna has been averaging 15 points and 7 rebounds per game this season. Candidate and KABC Player of the Year out of Region 11 is Kylie Dennis, a point guard from Sayre. Kylie is the #2 shooter in the state currently and is a member of the 2,000 Point Club at Sayre. Region 12 co-candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Aiden Smitty, a guard from the Southwestern Warriors. Aiden has been averaging 15 points per game and 5 rebounds. Co-candidate and KABC Player of the Year, also out of Region 12, is Timberland Yeast from Mercer County. Timberland has been out this season with an ACL injury, but she led her team in scoring last season with 21 points per game and 8 boards. Region 13 candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Emily Sizemore, a point guard from North Laurel. Emily's been averaging nearly 17 points per game and 8 rebounds for the Lady Jaguars. Region 14 co-candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Courtney Hoskins, a point guard for Leslie County. She's been averaging 17 points and 5 rebounds per game. Co-candidate and KABC Player of the Year, also from Region 14, is Abby Maggard. Abby wears the #1 jersey for the Hazard Lady Bulldogs, averaging 20 points per game and 6 rebounds. Region 15 candidate and KABC Player of the Year, Kensley Feltner, a point guard for the Lawrence County Lady Bulldogs. She is currently leading the state in scoring, averaging nearly 29 points per game with over 800 points this season. She's expected to get her 4,000th point during tonight's game at Greenup. Region 16 candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Haven Ford, a guard for the Rowan County Vikings. She leads this year's class of candidates in rebounding, pulling nearly 13 rebounds per game, and is a member of the 3,000 Point Club at Rowan County. Congratulations to all of those female student athletes as they are now candidates for Miss Basketball in the state of Kentucky. So let's move on to our boys candidates, the 2023 Mr. Kentucky Basketball candidates and KABC Players of the Year, starting with Region 1. Our Region 1 candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Jack McCune, a forward at McCracken County High School, averaging 19 points and 7 rebounds per game for the Mustangs this season. Co-candidate and KABC Player of the Year for Region 2 is Gerard Thomas, a guard at Henderson County who leads the Colonels in shooting and rebounding, averaging 18 points and 8 boards per game this season. Co-candidate and KABC Player of the Year for Region 2 is Tamarcus Eves, a guard for the Madisonville North Hopkins Maroons. Wearing the number 3 jersey, Tamarcus leads his team in scoring this season with an average of 20 points per game. Candidate and KABC Player of the Year for Region 3 is Brian Griffith, a guard at Owensboro Catholic High School, averaging 21 points per game for the Aces this season. Region 4 candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Chappelle Whitney for the Warren Central Dragons. He's been averaging 17 points and 8 rebounds per game during the team's near-perfect season this year. Candidate and KABC Player of the Year out of Region 5 is Carson Childress from LaRue County. Childress averages 15 points per game and shoots 82% from the charity stripe for the Hawks this season. Region 6 candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Keith Robinson, a power forward at Pleasure Ridge Park. Wearing the number 32 jersey for the Panthers, he averages 19 points and 6 rebounds per game. Candidate and KABC Player of the Year for Region 7 is Gabe Sisk for the Ballard Bruins. Gabe was named Game MVP after he led his team to a win over Mail in the 2023 LIT tournament back in January. Region 8 candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Tegan Moore, a guard for the Owen County Rebels. He leads all candidates this year with an impressive average of 11 rebounds per game. Co-candidate and KABC Player of the Year for Region 9 is Evan Ipsaro from Covington Catholic. Wearing number 2 for the Colonels, he's averaged 25 points per game this season and shooting 86% from the charity stripe. Co-candidate and KABC Player of the Year, also from Region 9, is Jacob Meyer from Holy Cross. Jacob is currently the leading scorer in the state, averaging an impressive 37 points per game for the Indians this season. Region 10 co-candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Terrell Henry, a forward at Mason County. For the Royals, he's been averaging 18 points and 7 boards per game. Co-candidate and KABC Player of the Year, also from Region 10, is Jerome Morton, a guard from George Rogers Clark. He wears the number 11 jersey for the Cardinals and has been averaging 20 points per game. Region 11 co-candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Jalen Davis. He's a wing for the Madison Central Indians. He's averaging 22 points per game and shooting 84% from the foul line. Co-candidate and KABC Player of the Year, also from Region 11, is Reese Potter, a center for the Lexington Catholic Knights. Reese leads his team in scoring and rebounding this season, averaging 18 points and 9 rebounds per game. Region 12 candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Kyle Stevens from McCreary Central. Wearing the number 44 jersey for the Raiders, Kyle has been averaging 21 points and 7 rebounds per game. Candidate and KABC Player of the Year for Region 13 is Reed Shepard, a guard for the North Laurel Jaguars. Reed leads the 2023 class of candidates with an impressive 88% from the free throw line and has been averaging 22 points and 8.5 rebounds per game. Region 14 candidate and KABC Player of the Year is Sawyer Thompson from Wolfe County. As a guard, Sawyer leads the Wolves in scoring this season with 22 points per game. Candidate and KABC Player of the Year out of Region 15 is Riley Sammons. Riley, who's a guard, wears number 15 for the Pikeville Panthers. He's been averaging 23 points and 6 boards a game. Region 16 candidate and KABC Player of the Year, Zachary Otis from Bath County. With 27 points per game and shooting 83% from the free throw line, he's led his team in scoring and free throws this season. A big congratulations to all of our boys student athletes who are now candidates for Mr. Basketball in the state of Kentucky. It's going to be a really fun night on March 19th, and we hope you'll join us. And we need to thank our sponsors one final time. Our new title sponsor of our event, the Madden Foundation. We certainly appreciate you and their partnership, but we also want to say thank you to Community Trust Bank, the Louisville Downtown Lions Club, Morgan Stanley, Larry Pusateri, UK Healthcare, Advanced Eye Care, the Kentucky Circuit Clerks Trust for Life, Paul Miller Ford, Wyatt, Tarrant and Combs, the Lexington Lions Club, Republic Bank, Jostens, Dr. Mark and Cindy Lynn, Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame, Adventures Promotions, Audiovisual Techniques, the Kentucky Association of Basketball Coaches, the Kentucky High School Athletic Association, and of course we want to thank the fine folks at Rupp Arena for allowing us to come in and bring this to you today. And also we want to thank all of the folks at Prep Spin. William Warfield does a fantastic job helping us put all of this together, and you will also be able to purchase virtual tickets. So he will also be streaming the event for us. So if you can't make it to the Griffin Gate on March 19th, we want you to make sure to buy a virtual ticket to be a part of this event with us. So from here at Rupp Arena, that's a wrap on our candidates for Mr. and Miss Kentucky basketball. We hope to see you on March 19th.